second problem on this particular worksheet has this triangle here with an angle of 28 degrees, and then one side is 25 and the other side is y, or unknown. So we start off each of these problems the same way. Here's our reference angle, or 28 degrees. So we have to identify our two working sides. So the easiest one to identify on this one is across from your 90-degree angle is always the hypotenuse. Our y is touching our angle, so it's got to be our adjacent side. So then I need to find the trig function that uses adjacent and hypotenuse. So if I go back to my trig functions, adjacent and hypotenuse is given by the cosine function. So that means my equation or my function is going to use cosine. And what we always follow up our trig function with, or what's always attached to our trig function, is our angle. So in this one, I know my angle measure is 28 degrees, and I'm having to discover what my ratio is. So my ratio for cosine is the ratio of the adjacent side, which is y, over the hypotenuse, which is 25. Now with this problem, we've gone over a couple different ways to work these. I think the way that kind of made the most sense to a lot of people was recognizing this as a proportion. So we're going to put this side, my cosine 28 degrees, over 1 to get a ratio on the left side. And then I already have a ratio on the right side. So then what I can do with this one is since I have a proportion now, I can do a cross multiply. By cross multiplying, that gives me an equation that I can solve for y. So if I multiply across as a green highlight, I have 1 times y, which is just simply y, equals, I multiply across my purple highlighter, I have 25 times cosine 28 degrees. Make sure we keep this entire piece together. Cosine 28 degrees is one single entity. So now, once I cross multiply, you notice the y is by itself. So that means I already have this one ready to go. It's ready to put in my calculator. So 25 times cosine 28 degrees. So 25 times cosine 28 degrees. And I get 22.07. So y is equal to 22.07. This one says to round to the nearest tenth. So I get 22.1 as my adjacent side length.